Corn is a staple and incredibly important food source in many parts of the world, particularly across Latin America and certain regions of Africa. It's a beloved treat, and people worldwide adore eating it boiled. Today, corn is ubiquitous. You can find it sold in markets everywhere. But many people have noticed a common problem. They feel that no matter how much effort they put into boiling corn at home, it simply doesn't taste as good as the corn bought from a street vendor. What is going on here? The secret is that the corn you buy from street vendors isn't just boiled in water. They add 2 special seasonings. If you just boil corn with plain water, it won't taste its best. But by adding just these 2 ingredients, your corn will become incredibly soft, chewy, and sweet. This hack is genuinely useful if you want to elevate your corn boiling game. So, let me share with you how to make the perfect, soft, and sweet corn. Want to know the secret to perfectly boiled corn, the kind that is soft, sweet, and wonderfully chewy? Before you even start cooking, most people have a habit of throwing away all the corn husks and leaves. But here's a little tip: doing that is actually the wrong way to go. When boiling corn, the best tip is to leave a thin layer of the husks on. These leaves are crucial because they help lock in the corn's natural, characteristic aroma, resulting in a softer, more tender finished product. If you strip the corn completely, the flavor changes dramatically. When the kernels are exposed directly to the boiling water, they tend to absorb too much moisture, which can make the corn taste bland and watery. So, the next time you boil corn, don't forget this simple, essential step. Now, we need to trim the ends of the husked corn. Specifically, cut off the leafy tips and the spiky sprouts that grow from the top. Next, make sure to remove any withered, yellow, or damaged sections, as these areas are more susceptible to pests. Trimming these parts makes the corn much easier to clean and sanitize. Doing this also saves space and makes it much easier to fit into a pot or cooking vessel. Also, don't throw away the corn silk when you harvest or trim the corn, because it is incredibly nutritious. To maximize nutrient absorption, simply cook it together with the corn kernels. In traditional Oriental medicine, corn silk is highly valued and is often boiled into a refreshing drink, especially during the summer months. It is a natural remedy that helps cool and reduce body heat. So, next time you cook corn, remember to use the silk to create a wonderfully healthy and cooling beverage. Next, transfer your prepped corn into a large basin. Add a pinch of salt, and then pour in clean water until the corn is completely submerged. Using your hands, gently stir the mixture until the salt has fully dissolved. Adding salt is key because it significantly enhances the cleaning process. You can wash the corn thoroughly, as the salt acts as a natural disinfectant. Because of salt's powerful dissolving properties, even if the corn is dirty, soaking it for just a few minutes will ensure that all the dirt and residue are completely dissolved and washed away. Once the salt has dissolved, place a plate on top to help press the corn completely underwater. After that, let it soak for about 10 minutes. Once the soaking time is complete, we will change the water and rinse the corn thoroughly one more time. Where are you from? Please leave a comment so I know. It's great to know that we see each other all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button. After soaking and rinsing the corn in salt water, it is clean and ready to cook. Put the corn into a pot, then add a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. According to folk wisdom, if you want the corn to taste sweeter, you should add a little salt while boiling. The salt helps retain the moisture inside the kernels, making the corn soft, plump, and preventing it from drying out even if cooked for a long time. Furthermore, the slight saltiness helps enhance the corn's natural sweetness, making the flavor richer and tastier. Additionally, adding a little baking soda is especially useful when cooking sticky rice corn because it helps the kernels become softer. The mild alkaline environment from the baking soda also helps release niacin, vitamin B3, contained in the corn into a form that the body can absorb more easily, helping the digestive system absorb nutrients better. However, both salt and baking soda should only be used in small amounts, as too much can affect the corn's natural flavor. Finally, add enough water to the pot and always start boiling the corn using cold water. The corn will slowly release its aroma. As the water temperature gradually increases, and when it's fully cooked, the corn will smell even better. If you pour hot water over the corn, the starch inside will heat up first and will solidify immediately. This makes the corn taste old and tough when it's cooked. No matter how fresh and soft it is, it won't taste good. When you start boiling the corn, turn the heat up high to bring it to a boil. Once the water is boiling, reduce the heat to medium and cook it for about 10 minutes. Until the corn is cooked through. Don't overcook the corn. It will lose nutrients, and the flavor will become tough. When the time is up, we open the lid. Wow, it smells so good. The sweet fragrance hits you right in the nose. This is the familiar smell of corn. Once the corn is cooked, you should take it out. Soaking it in a pot will deplete the corn's nutrients, and it will also affect the flavor. Corn cooked this way is bright in color, sweet, soft, and chewy, making it delicious and nutritious. If you love corn, you should quickly buy some to boil for your family. Please note that when you buy corn, you need to choose a type that suits your personal taste. If you want sweet corn but buy glutinous rice corn, the sweet corn will taste sweeter. Because of this, it's very hard to boil glutinous rice corn and make it taste good. Conversely, if you want soft, chewy corn but buy sweet corn, you won't get that soft, chewy texture. Therefore, first and foremost, you must choose the right type that suits you and your family when you shop. After you buy the corn, you just need to boil it using the method above. No matter what kind of corn it is, I can guarantee that the corn you boil will taste as good as street corn. It's really delicious. You won't be able to stop after just one bite. Do you boil a lot of corn at once? Because I always feel that boiling a lot at once doesn't use much more gas or time. I usually boil a lot at once. If you boil too much and don't eat it all, just leave it and eat it the next day. Let me share a little trick for keeping your corn fresh for much longer. All you need is some plastic wrap. First, take the plastic wrap and wrap each ear of corn individually. Make sure you wrap it tightly, squeezing out as much air as possible, so the corn is completely sealed in. Wrapping the corn this way does more than just keep out the air and prevent it from drying out. It also acts as a barrier against bacteria and dust, keeping the corn perfectly sealed and protected. Once wrapped, place the corn in the refrigerator, or if you want to store it for even longer, you can freeze it. This method helps prevent both moisture loss and any undesirable smells. When you're ready to eat it, simply steam the corn for a few minutes, and it will be ready to enjoy. Corn is incredibly versatile. You can use it to cook a meal, or make a quick and light breakfast or lunch. It's delicious, simple, and saves you time. The corn preserved with this method can last up to 6 months. It retains the flavor of freshly boiled corn, meaning there is virtually no difference in taste. I shared some tips on how to boil sweet, soft, and chewy corn if you're interested. You can save this and try making it at home. Did you find today's video helpful? Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember to share it with your family and friends. Thanks for your support. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video.